So, hi friends. In this video, we will learn about how to use create context and use context. Okay, so context API is a API used in React.js. Okay, to pass on the variables and properties to the child elements, to the child components, right? So for example, if you want to share a variable, okay, between different components, okay, you can do the same with the props also, but context API will provide a simple and fast way to do this work. Okay, so you can see on the screen that currently what I'm doing. So currently I have included this button and the months, okay, inside a component. Okay, so this is my component, right? So this is my component which I haven't included, right? So using this component and inside the app.jsx using the provider, here you can see this is the context API, right? So this is a global context API file which will after importing inside a component will provide you a context, so you can use that context using the use context, right, hook. So this way this works, right? So let's see that how it can be work, right? So first of all I will delete, okay, I will delete this context API, right? Then this component, and inside this I will remove this first, right? So it will be empty, right? So this is our empty project, right? Nothing is there. So what should be the first step? The first step should be you have to create for example I will create month context, right, JSX, or you can say global context, right, JSX. So inside this we will import create context and react, okay. Then after doing this we will add our first context, right, first month context, right. So just use export, okay, and then or we can say as let's say const month context, right, is equal to create context, and this will be empty, right. Then next we will use year context, year context, right. And then we will first export we will export both of them, right, month context and year context, right. So this is the proper way using which you can create a context, right. So this is a separate file. Now what we will do, first of all we will add a month and set month and use state, right, use state. This should be empty, right. First of all we will set. Now using the provider now, so we will use go inside this, okay, month context, okay. We will first import, right, import month context, right. So this has been included. Now we will use the provider month context provider and then include the values, okay. So we will include this month and set month value, right. And here inside we have to add the component, right. So we will create a component name as month, right. So currently we don't have month component here, so we will create one quickly, right. and just RFAC. Okay, right, so this is done. So here what we will do, I will create a simple, this is second step, third step, right? First we have created the global context, then we have exported, then we go to the app.jsx, right? And then we imported the context. Then using the useState, we have set some states for a variable. Month is a variable, and set month is a setter method. Okay, and this all you can see, right? Now we will create the component. So for creating the component, we will use destructuring. Set month, right? And here we will use context, right? And inside this we will add our month context, right? Because we have to use the month context, right? So after doing this all, inside this we will say yeah, month, right? Now inside the button, on click method. Okay, so now this is a, okay, click. Okay, so here we will create something const month, right? And one by one we will add the month here: January, February, March, right? April, May, June, right? July, then August, okay? September, October, November, right? Then December, right? So this is a list, right? This is a list. Now what we will do, so now uh, if then we will, okay, the next thing what we will do, we will create a count and set count. Okay, use state. Okay. Hmm. So here we will say if the count is not equal to month length, okay, month list length, then we will set count as count plus one, right? And then set month, right? Count. Okay, done. And if this is not the case, then set count to zero, right? Simply. So what this code will do, if the count is not equal to the length of the month array, then we want to execute this code, so it will keep on increasing the count, and the month will get up, the set month will change the month, okay, from the list. And if it reaches to the month dot length na, so the set count method will set the counter to the zero, right? So this is how, right? So this is all about the context. What we will do, we will import month, right? Okay, this is changing here. Global context. Okay, 1 minute. I will rename this. Hmm? अरे यार. Okay, export month context. Hmm. Okay, now it's done. So now if we keep on changing this, okay, October, November, December. So we have reached to the month length. So if I click on this, it will get again change. Okay, so this is how we can create the context API, right? So this is how we can use the context API here. Okay. First, we have to create this month context.jsx, right? And the file name should be same with the okay variable name as well. Then we have added the imports, okay, and the component also. We can create the component as well, and then here we have to use the context variable dot provider value, and everything is there, and here is our component name, right? Then all is done. So we can create a multiple component also, right? For example, so hope guys this will help you to understand how the context API works in React.js. So thank you for watching this video.